Hey everybody, Joe here with 360 Comics. Today I'm bringing you a little bit different of a video. I'm going to be talking about my 2022 comic book goals. Don't forget, we're doing a 1,200 subscriber giveaway right here on YouTube for this copy of Alpha Flight #1, the first solo Alpha Flight book, and the first appearance of Puck and many others. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up for a like, and leave a comment down below. And you can go back to all of our videos that have come out since Christmas and like those videos, leave a comment on them for additional entries. You can do it for every video that comes out until we hit 1,200 subscribers, and then I'm going to pick a winner for this book. Also, don't forget to follow on Instagram because we're announcing a 6,000 follower giveaway over there. I haven't picked a prize yet, but it will be announced this week. If you checked out my year-end wrap-up video from 2021, link in the description below, you would know that 2021 was easily the biggest comic book year of my life. Not only did I start this YouTube channel, I started my Instagram, I started selling comics more regularly, I did my first flea market and my first convention, and I got a ton of huge grails that I've wanted for a very, very long time. I started really rebuilding my collection after I had sold most of it off a few years ago when I purchased this house. Well, I'm currently going through the same process again, looking to upgrade to a little bit bigger of a house, and a lot of that has to do with doing more comic book stuff. I need a little bit more room to house all these comics that I have for conventions. It'll be nice to get a little bit of a bigger space in order to record these videos and stuff like that, and I just want to be able to display a lot of the stuff that I have as well. So anyway, I'm going through that process now, so the beginning of the year is probably going to be a little bit slower as far as personal collection. Now, that's what I'm going to talk about first, my personal collection, what I want for that. Then we're going to segue into what I want to do with social media and comics, like this YouTube channel, and kind of what I want to grow from there. And then at the end, I'm going to talk to you about kind of the business side, the speculation and buying to sell and things like that. So if that's something that interests you, stick around, watch the video. Don't forget, leave that like and a comment, and let's get started. So let's get into my personal collection goals for 2022. If you watch this channel, if you know me, you probably know that I've got a couple titles that I really, really hone in on collecting. From Marvel, we got X-Men. That's kind of my #1. We got Daredevil and Spider-Man as well. Amazing Spider-Man. And from DC, we've got Batman. Those are the runs that I really tried, the long runs at least, that I really, really tried to pick stuff up from and really try to complete the runs. Now, all of those date back, obviously, Batman to the Golden Age. I don't expect to get much of the Golden Age stuff, but certainly back to the Silver, that's obtainable. And the other three were all, started in the mid-60s, part of the Silver Age, and I really want to work on those runs. Now, X-Men, I am getting very close to having the entire Claremont run. For those of you who don't know, Claremont came on and started writing in X-Men 94. After the kind of the break that they had, they came out with Giant Size X-Men 1, and then Claremont picked it up from there with X-Men 94. And he wrote all the way for 16 years up into 279. Now, I have most of those books now. In fact, I had quite a bit of them, but I just got a collection in that fills in a lot of gaps. You'll see that collection in the video on Friday. Look out for that. But anyway, there are still some more that I need. I think I'm down to like less than 20 or maybe less than 25 books. I got to see exactly what I need to have the entire Claremont run. The only very expensive ones, I don't have a 94, which is the second appearance of a bunch of characters, including my favorite, Nightcrawler, and the first Claremont book. I also don't have 101, which is the first appearance of Phoenix. Those books are definitely on my list, but I don't know if I'm going to end up picking them up this year or later on. But kind of just as a general thing, I want to get very close to or complete the Claremont run this year. If I get all the books in the Claremont run other than those two, that will be a thumbs up from me. I will consider that goal to be met for 2022. And if I get those other two, or at least one of them, that's just an added bonus. As far as Daredevil goes, I'm trying to get books all the books from 1 to 380. Really big part of the run. Definitely hard to get. And fortunately, I have a lot of the more expensive ones. I've got one. I've got two. Now, there are a couple single-digit ones and ones in the teens that I don't have. So those are the ones that I really want to pick up. I think it's 3, which is the first Owl, 4, which is the first Purple Man, and 16, which is the first time Spider-Man is in the Daredevil run. Those 3 are the only 3 that I need to have, I think, 1 through 20 or 1 through 25. So those are the ones that I'm going to target. They're on my goal list for this year. And of course, I'm trying to pick up the rest as well. Same with the X-Men stuff. There's a couple of the early books I don't have, including one, which is very, very expensive. Probably won't get my hands on that this year, but you never know. You could find a collection. You could get lucky. It could happen. Gonna fill in some more of that X-Men stuff. As far as ASM, I think my goal is a little bit more condensed here. I would like the first appearance of one of the major villains, which they, generally the major villains, at least the major Silver Age villains, they all appeared in issues 1 through 20. Now, preferably, I would like to get issue 13 because it has my favorite Spider-Man villain, Mysterio. Now, that book was very high value for a while, especially when, the whole Spider-Man Far From Home thing was happening. Before we got that movie, we knew that Jake Gyllenhaal was going to play Mysterio. We saw him in the trailer, and personally, I love that movie. I thought it was great. The price fortunately has gone down a little bit. The hype has gone down at least on that one a little bit since then. So I'm probably going to be looking to pick that one up this year. I think that will be my big key. And if I can't get my hands on that, I would definitely be, very happy with one of the other, big name keys. I think Scorpion in issue 20 is probably the cheapest of those. But yeah, anyone would really do, but if I could get the Mysterio issue 13, that would definitely make my year, A+. So yeah, that's the Marvel stuff. Moving on to DC, Batman, I've been collecting 9.8s of certain runs. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, a 9.8 of Batman 404, which is the first Frank Miller story, the first part of the year 1 story arc. So that's one that I'm going to look to complete this year, and I'd also like to start on the Hush run. That was the first time Jim Lee did art on Batman, and it's a great year-long run from the 2000s, actually. Pretty recent. So I'm looking to collect both of those runs at 9.8s. I definitely think I can finish year 1, because there's only 4 books, and I already have one of them. The other one, Hush, is going to be a little bit more difficult, so at least want to start on that. Maybe get a 608, or I forget which one my favorite cover is. The Joker cover. It's in the teens. It might be like 16 or something like that, 17. I forget, but the Joker cover one is one of my favorite covers in that run. Anyway, that's really just about it for my personal collection. Oh, as far as indies go, I definitely want to pick up some more TMNT stuff, but I don't have really specifics as far as that goes. And Witches, one of my favorite, actually my favorite independent comic ever. I have almost every cover of every issue in a 9.8. I would like to at least try to complete that this year. There's one book that was very underprinted, one of the exclusive covers. I believe it's an error printing as well. It's very, very expensive, almost $1,000, which is quite a bit for a random modern book. So that one I might hold off on, but I definitely want to at least get the rest. I only have like 3 or 4 variant covers that I need to get to have that completed, so it should be doable. Moving on to kind of the comic community, the social media aspect of what I do. I hit 1,000 subscribers. I think it was December. It might be late November. I'm not sure, but hit 1,000 subscribers. I would love to surpass 2,000 subscribers. And I think my high goal, kind of, I have like a medium goal and a high goal. 2,000 is where I would like to at least hit, but I think I can hit 2,500, and that would make me really stoked. Hitting 2,500 subscribers here on this YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. So that's a goal for that. And as far as Instagram goes, I'm getting close to 6,000 followers there. It would be pretty cool to break into the 5 digits there, the 5 figures, and hit 10,000 followers over on Instagram, which is where I do most of my comic selling, almost all of my comic selling. So those are pretty basic goals. Other than that, obviously keep putting out 2 to 3 videos a week. I've been pretty consistent on the 3 videos a week, other than when I had COVID. So I'm going to keep trying to do that. And then as far as Instagram, just keep posting daily on that and doing claim sales there. And speaking of claim sales, going into the third part, selling comics and speculating and things like that. I definitely want to continue the speculation. The MCU kind of makes it a little bit easier because we get hints as to what's to come. You just got to figure out what the keys are that you want to pick up and get them for a good price, and obviously get in on them before other people do and the prices shoot up. So I'll keep putting out those speculation videos. I've been putting them out like once a month, maybe a little bit more, and people love them. So I'm going to keep doing those videos. I know some people don't care about the spec side of things, and that is perfectly okay if you're a collector or a long-term investor, or just someone who reads comics. That is all good. You know what? I should put a little bit of reading at the end here too. I'm gonna definitely talk about that at the end. But staying on topic here, definitely doing that speculation stuff. I've been pretty consistently doing 1 claim sale a week live on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you really should, because I post a lot of cool content that doesn't make it to the YouTube channel, as well as doing those claim sales. Typically, I'm selling books in the $5 to $30 range, but sometimes I go with a little bit higher value things, and sometimes I even have slabs and stuff like that. So check those out if you haven't yet. Basically, a claim sale, I put a book up for a certain price. If you want it, you say claim. Otherwise, if you don't want it, don't claim it, obviously. But if you want it, but you're not sure about the price, you can always make an offer on it. Sometimes I accept, sometimes I negotiate, sometimes I turn it down and hold firm with my price. But yeah, so hang out on Instagram. It's a fun little live show. We talk, we joke, we do comic stuff. And yeah, so that part, and then obviously conventions is the other thing. I'd like to do at least a few conventions this year, maybe 4. I think 4, like 1 a quarter would be a really nice start as a goal. Maybe I'll end up doing more. Who knows? I definitely want to do not King Con. I missed out on King Con. Unfortunately, it's full. But I would like to do Super Jersey Comic Expo again. They had a great show. That was the first convention I ever did, and I definitely want to do that again this year. There might be a second King Con as well, because they did a fall one, and now they're doing a spring one, so they might do another fall one. If they do another King Con, I definitely want to get in on that if I can. We'll see if that is feasible. Same thing with flea markets. I'd like to set up at some flea markets. I think it's a great place to get rid of, filler issues, lower value books and things like that, and see what sparks people's interest. The other thing I notice about flea markets from the one that I did is, first of all, a couple people were talking to me and ended up subscribing to this YouTube channel, which is great. Awesome. Love that. The second thing is a couple people came up to me and told me that they have collections they wanted to sell. So that could end up being a great way to open up an avenue to get more stock in and things like that. Find some cool books. You never know what people have hidden in their attic or their basement or their barn or whatever. So I definitely want to do more of that and search for more collections, not just at these flea markets, but other places. I bought some really sick collections in 2021. And in fact, sitting right next to me over there is a long box and 2 short boxes of a collection that I just purchased It's a good one, and you're going to check it out in the video that I'm putting out on Friday. There's a lot of key books. So I definitely want to keep purchasing collections. I don't want to put a number on it, though, because they're hit or miss. Sometimes you find collections back to back. I found a bunch recently. Other times it goes dry for a while. So I don't really want to put a number on. I just want to say I'm going to keep buying as much as I can, going to conventions and scoring halls, comic stores, yard sales, whatever I can do to get my hands on some great comics. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a little bit of my personal goals. Like I said, I'm going to start off kind of slow in the year because I'm working on buying a house. And it's a process, especially because I'm selling this house and buying one. So I'm kind of doing double the work here. But we'll eventually get back into the swing of things, buying for the personal collection and having a little bit more free time. Hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't yet, follow us on Instagram. Oh, I'm going to do a whatnot. I think I'm going to start a whatnot. There's another goal for 2022. I'm just thinking of them all the time. I definitely want to start a whatnot, at least go on there like maybe once a month to start it off. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a consistent thing. Instagram has been a great place, but you never know. You want to check out other avenues and see what works best from you. Anyway, I'll leave you guys at that. Thanks for watching the video. And until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.